Hello. Now, oh, it feels weird speaking to a camera. I've not been around, have I? If you're a subscriber of mine, or if you've been around my YouTube recently, I haven't uploaded in a while. To be fair, I haven't uploaded consistently in a while. I've had a couple of videos go up here and there. I've started a new planner, so this is what I'm in at the moment, my Hobonichi. I kind of completely abandoned the bullet journal in around May, because, to be fair, about April time it was, because I literally just couldn't have, I just didn't have the motivation to do it every week. It was more of a chore to do the layouts every week, so it kind of started like a bit of a downward spiral for me. So I thought I would do this video just to kind of let you guys know where I am, how I am, and what's been going on, to be honest, because it has just been one thing after the other. So it first started back in May, June time. I felt like I was starting to fall out of love with my bullet journal. I was looking around for other planners, so my plan with my videos was stopping, and my scrapbooking ones had kind of tailed off a little bit, but I was trying to keep up with that as well. And then obviously I was diagnosed. If you don't know my health updates, I will link them below. Very strange piece of hair there. I'll link them below for you, but basically I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia at the end of May, around that time. I think it may have even been earlier than that, which, you know, had been like a 2-year thing for me, trying to find out what's been going on, trying to get myself on the right meds, because anyone with a chronic condition or a long-term condition or with fibro themselves will tell you it is like a balancing act, trying to balance between how much you're resting, how many meds you're taking, when to take meds, if you need to take meds, if things like physio and pain clinics can help, and all that kind of stuff. So I've had all that to deal with, and since being diagnosed it has been a kind of rigmarole of going a few days without this medication or without that medication, or trying this one. So it's been a bit of a up and down thing for me. I'm on a concoction of medication at the moment that seems to be working, but yeah, it's hard because there's a lot to say, but I'm going to try and not speak in riddles, but you know, fibro brain and all that kind of stuff. So I got diagnosed, and then I did a video for you guys to kind of explain that finally I've got a diagnosis, I know what's going on, I feel really good, I'm not gonna let it beat me, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna get healthy, and all this kind of stuff that I said in that video. And although at the time that was very true, and I wanted to kind of beat it and be like, it's not going to define me, I'm just going to be me, and you know, I'm going to live my life, and I'm not going to let it affect me or my kids and all that kind of stuff. Mentally it did really get to me a few weeks, maybe about a month after I got diagnosed. And before I say, I know there's going to be a few of you out there who are going to be screaming at me once you see this video, so I'm kind of nervous. But I kind of rebelled against it a little bit, and in that sense I stopped taking my meds. It was only for about 4 or 5 days where I just went down. I was so annoyed, I felt cheated, I felt, you know, I went through everything I went through, you know, having my son, and you know, him and hemorrhaging after, and everything I went through in my past back in like when I was 15. And I've been through so much and got through so much, and it just felt like I'd almost been sucker punched a little bit. Like, I knew that this was the diagnosis that we were looking at, and once I was diagnosed I was quite, you know, oh thank God, you know, I've got a diagnosis. But then it really did start to hit me, and I was kind of sitting there like, oh my God, you know, this is it. You know, I can't this isn't something I'm just going to be like, oh well that was fun, you know, and remember it in a couple of weeks. This is it now, you know. I may have better days, I may have bad days. I'm not in control of it, and I think with me, especially with my anxiety and stuff, being in control is very much a part of it. And because I couldn't control what was happening to me, even when I was taking the meds, I completely rebelled and stopped taking them, which is the worst thing that you can do. I went really downhill. I went really down. I didn't take my meds. I was in a lot of pain because I wasn't taking my medication, and I was just sleeping. I didn't want to get out of bed most days. I had to, because obviously I have children and they have to go to school and, you know, be looked after. So I was kind of getting out of bed and just kind of existing. I, you know, would sit on the sofa. I'd beat myself up about not filming videos, feel really down, and then just go take a nap, because that's all I could do to stop my mind going crazy. So I had a lot of guilt about not filming. I was filming, or when I did get up to film, I then wasn't editing. So I've got a lot of footage of Plan With Me videos that I've just not put up because I've just not felt motivated to do it. And you know, obviously I've been doing my shop, but even then I had a couple of months where I wasn't really promoting the Etsy shop either, because I was just really down. And you know, I have got some wonderful friends here on, you know, on the planner community, and some really close best friends, and you know, I did reach out and I did speak to some of them and, you know, try and get a little bit of support, which I did. You know, they're also loving, and I'm so grateful for everyone. And I know there's a couple of you that might see this video and be a little bit disappointed in me for rebelling and not taking my meds for a little while, but it's just how I coped with being diagnosed with something that I'm never gonna really be able to get rid of. I've not cried about this in a while. I'm back on track. I am taking my meds again. I'm on a different medication now, which should help the migraines, because the migraine one that I was on wasn't really working, so I'm on a different level of dosage of that or something, which is like a trying thing. I also have an appointment with the pain clinic next week, so that hopefully is going to start helping. They're going to work on my knee and I think on my back, I'm not too sure. If you don't know, I've got arthritis in my knees as well. So I was kind of coming back at the end of June, coming into July, just before the summer holiday started. I was starting to get my mojo back. I was filming, I was starting to think about scrapbook layouts. I was actually getting my Lottie Loves Paper scrapbook kit, which you can see at the back there. I actually paid for that and got that to come. I filmed that unboxing and was like, yeah, I'm back now, I feel better. I had to take a little while off. And then a week into the 6-week holidays, my daughter Mia, my 7-year-old, broke her arm. We were at the park and she went down the slide one way and then kind of turned a little bit, and then yeah, she contorted her arm in a certain way and broke her bone. It's a really common one for a child. It's like you've got the long bone here, it's like right at the end here, just before her elbow. Well, it's a fracture, it's a pretty nasty fracture, but so she was in a cast, and it was pretty much like going back to toddler stage with her for a week or so, because she couldn't bathe herself. She still can't bath herself until that cast comes off. She couldn't go to the toilet by herself, she couldn't turn over in bed by herself, she couldn't get out of bed by herself, she couldn't get dressed. It was basically like having a toddler again. So that kind of put like a sting in the tail of me trying to get back into filming and stuff, because you know, out of everything, my YouTube, Etsy, everything, my kids come first, and Mia, she needed me, and obviously trying to look after the other one as well. It was the summer holidays as well, so we were just kind of dealing with that, to be honest, trying to sort that out. And then this happened. You probably can't see. I think it was through stress because I had been so stressed by this point. I again was feeling so guilty about not filming, but obviously with the down I had after my diagnosis, and then obviously my daughter breaking her arm, the stress of everything brought on a eczema attack on my hands. I thought it was a nail infection because I was, obviously, you guys probably know, was wearing false nails quite a lot. And then I went to the doctors a few times and I was coming out in blisters all on the sides of my fingers, like here. I won't show too much because it is just all dry now because it's healing. But it was like, it's really itchy, and I was sitting there doing that all the time because it was so itchy and it was burning. I was just walking around like this, and I got a steroid cream and then something else cream, and basically it's a type of eczema. There's the eczema that's obviously really sore and flaky, and then there's one that's tiny blisters on the side of your fingers. It's something going with P, I can't remember it, but it's a type of eczema, and it's can be caused by many different things, including stress. So that was my warning sign that I needed to calm down and think, you know what, I just need to put me first, because I'm not going to put a YouTube video up that I'm not 100% about, and you know, just disappoint you guys when, you know, it's not something I'm really wanting to do. My hands were just, they were horrible. They looked horrible. I had blisters and dry skin, and I'm still putting a lot of moisturizer on. I've got broken skin quite a lot over my fingers. I'm having to wear gloves to do a lot of my clay work and resin work, which is okay for Etsy, but for filming it's not that great. So I'm hoping to be healed soon. It's kind of like the last kind of dry skin bits now, like flaky bits, which it's sore, but it kind of just needs to go now. So I'm actually on my 5th tube of cream, because it went and then I stopped putting the cream on round about this stage, and then it started coming back. So you have to keep putting the cream on until it completely clears up. So I'm dealing with this as well. So on top of, you know, everything else that I've had going on the last couple of months, this really didn't help. So yeah, that's basically what's been going on at the moment. I really am really sorry that no videos have really been going up the last couple of weeks. The kids are going back to school Thursday. Mia, my daughter, should hopefully, fingers crossed, have her cast taken off on Thursday, which is a big relief. She's had it on for about 4.5 weeks now. So hopefully it comes off on Thursday. We have an appointment. That's going to be a busy day. So I'm hoping next week, after you're seeing this video, if you watch it when it goes up, I should have some videos going up. I get paid next week. I've just finished getting ready and packing all of the orders that went out in the recent haul video, recent Etsy sale that I did. So I'm really hoping that the videos will start picking up again. I am so sorry about the lack of videos, but at the end of the day I needed to put myself first and get myself out of the rut that I was putting myself in, and I just, yeah. I'm okay, I'll be okay. It's an exciting month. Kids go back. Any parent will tell you this, around this time, just before some kids have already gone back, but my two don't go back till Thursday, but around this time a lot of parents are quite excited for the kids to go back. So the kids are going back. Mia should be getting her cast off. I have my birthday party, which is a boho theme, which I'm really excited about, at the end of September. I've got my birthday first week of October, obviously on the 3rd, and then the weekend after, on the 5th of October, I'm going to be in Nuneaton, going to the Sweet Pea Planner event meetup in Nuneaton. So if you're going to be there, I'm going to be there. And there's some of my charms in the goodie bags, so that's going to be fun to see those again. I've been working on those as well in between, trying to get everything else sorted, but hopefully we're on the tail end of everything now, and I can start kind of coming back to my desk and sitting here and with my pretty lights and my background and start filming for you guys. I did try and film some bits that I got that I was buying throughout the month, but it's not enough to do a haul video. But there is last Lot Yours paper kits, not the one that's about to come out, the last one unboxing, which I might just all kind of smudge together and put that video out for you guys tonight. So if you've seen that one before this, I ended up putting it up. But yeah, that's about it really. Thank you for all your kind messages. I've had a few people message me on Instagram and on some of these comments on YouTube, seeing if I'm okay. So thank you for all your messages. Thank you for sticking around and not just unsubscribing. I love you all so much. Hello to new subscribers if you're watching this and you've subscribed recently. But yeah, I will see you all in my next video. Bye.